for that.
Lewis, congratulations on a stunning victory. You have to work so hard for that one.
Yeah, today was a really hard job. This weekend, the Ferraris have been incredible, and you know, I just had to see Charles because he did such a great job, and you know, I'm sure it was a devastating result for him, obviously, because he had done the job to win the race. So we were definitely lucky today, but you have to take it as it comes, and ultimately, I still gave it everything in the race, and I pushed as hard as I could. And obviously, the fight that I had with Vettel was great fun for me. So
yeah, take us through that. You went around the outside of turn 4 a couple of times, and Seb spun off behind you.
Yeah, so if you look at that big flag on top of that tower, there's a massive headwind into turn 4. So I just gave it everything and braked later than usual and dived down the outside. And yeah, I mean, I don't think we touched or anything like that, but yeah, this is a great result for the team considering how hard the race was. And you know, this guy here, he's got lots more wins coming in the future. So big congratulations to you.
Congratulations. You've won the 1000th championship event. You won the 900th as well, but you seem to have that race under control from the moment you released the clutch.
But it's not been the most straightforward of weekends, but what a fantastic result for the team. Everyone's worked so hard. Obviously, we came here, we didn't know whereabouts we would lay with where we stand with the Ferraris. They'll be so quick in the last race. But we turned up. Valtteri had been quick all weekend. He did a great job today, and to have a 1-2 together, I think is really special on the 1000th Grand Prix. But the start was really where I was able to make the difference, and after that, it's kind of history.
Your 75th victory, pretty impressive of the team to double stack you for that critical pit stop to cover off any safety car issues.
Yeah, the strategists have been really on point for these first 3 races, so we've got to keep that up. And you can see still it's very close between us all. I really have no idea how the next race is gonna turn out, but I'm just super excited. Team LH China have been incredible all weekend, so a big thank you to them, and they've been welcoming from the moment I arrived at the airport to the hotel, morning and night, every single day, and here at the race. So a big thank you to everyone who supported me, and to the family. Love you guys. I'm just so happy, man.
Well done again.
So, Lewis Hamilton, you winner. It didn't look so good yesterday. It looked amazing today.
Yeah, firstly, I just have to put it down to this incredible team. You know, this is history in the making to have 5 1-2s. So I'm very proud to be a part of that, and very proud of everyone's hard work here at the track and everyone back at the factory. It's definitely been a bit of a hard first 4 races naturally, which is a great car, but we always don't get along. So I'm grateful in the race, managed to settle our differences and get away well, and long run down to turn 1. So I'm grateful for it, and I'm really happy for the whole team.
Put us in the cockpit. We heard you in Baku say maybe you gave a little bit more space than you would normally do to a competitor out of respect to Valtteri. You really went for it there. He was the meat in a sandwich at one point. He had Vettel on the other side, and you really managed to force yourself to take the lead.
Yeah, it was obviously an interesting start. Obviously very close. I saw I saw the red car go around the back of the both of us, and so I had no idea whether they were further ahead. I assumed they might be, and I knew that Valtteri would be braking super deep. So yeah, it wasn't a replay of Baku at least.
And just finally, you got that extra point on fastest lap. Your restart after the safety car, it was like a quali lap. You were like almost 2 seconds quicker than anyone. So that was in your mind to nail the fastest lap at that point, or it was just to break the DRS position?
No, it was. We had obviously just done a pit stop, so I was trying to keep the tires warm, and I knew those first couple of laps on these new tires or fresher tires would be the moment that we'd have the chance to get that. And I've not had a fastest lap all year, so it was about time.
Congratulations, great victory.
So Lewis Hamilton, your 77th victory, your 3rd around the streets of Monte Carlo, and as you put the tribute hat to Niki Lauda on, I take mine off out of respect for that great victory. You had to work incredibly hard today.
That was definitely probably the hardest race I think I've had, but nonetheless, you know, I really was fighting with the spirit of Niki. Niki's been such an influential person in our team, helping us get to where we are. So I know he'll be looking down, and I know he will take his hat off today. So I just was trying to stay focused and trying to make him proud. You know, that's kind of been the goal all week, and we're going to try to continue that through the year. But we truly miss him, and oh God, I've not driven on empty tires since I think Shanghai 2007 when McLaren left me out for a ridiculous time. So, you know, really fantastic. I'm glad the weather was good. Great crowd here as always, and hope it wasn't too boring.
Now, Lewis, you had us worried there. We heard the radio transmission to your engineers. You were questioning the tyre choice. We really were with you in the cockpit and whether you could make it go the distance. So how close were you to overruling the team saying, we trust in you, and coming into the pits? The emotional roller coaster must have been intense.
It was. I was never going to come in. You know, a few years ago, I was in the lead, and then I came in for a pit, so I learned the hard way. I lost the race here. So I wasn't going to come in, even if I was going to either crash or finish. You know, I was honestly, I was driving around on nothing. It's just you could see how much understeer I had. The car wasn't turning. So ultimately, I think it was the wrong tire. If you look at my back wheel, obviously we touched at the chicane. Didn't see him until quite late. So, but dude, you know, nonetheless, this team has done an incredible job. What we've achieved in this first 6 races is remarkable, and I'm so proud to be a part of it. I'm so proud to be able to, you know, really shine the silver star, and I hope that I can continue to do so.
You alluded to that contact at the chicane. Just a quick word on that. It was close.
Yeah, it was close. It was a bit of a late dive. Yeah, luckily I saw him last minute, but he wasn't really. I think his front wing was alongside my rear wheel, so it wasn't really fully past. So it was a light touch and move on.
Didn't scare you?
Nah, well, I just was scared of me. I had no tires left.
Lewis, congratulations.
Congratulations. I mean, we've got to congratulate all 3 drivers on the podium. That was a sensational race, a brutal race as well. So congratulations on another victory. Obviously, I've immediately got to talk about the incident between you and Sebastian on the exit of turn 4 there.
Well, firstly, I just want to say a big thank you to my team, because I wouldn't be standing here today without the incredible effort from everyone. We had a problem this morning with the engine. We might crash on Friday. If they hadn't been so diligent, I wouldn't be able to race today as I have. So a big thank you to them. Naturally, that's not the way, absolutely not the way I wanted to win. I was pushing to the end to try and get past. But obviously I forced him into an error. He went a bit wide, but then obviously I had the run on that corner and we nearly collided. So yeah, it was unfortunate, but this is motor racing, so.
Sebastian's gone straight to the steward's office to talk to them about it. He's not here at the moment, and obviously he feels he was just busy collecting the car up, trying not to crash, and he had no other option coming off the grass.
That's to his opinion, of course. You know, for me, obviously I took the corner normally, but when you come back on the track, you're not supposed to go straight back to the racing line. You're supposed to come on safely, and I assume that's why they...
As you say, you had a tricky day, you know, with the car. Even on the grid, they were working like mad on your brakes.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just so hot here, you know. The Canadian weather is so hardcore for us here. Very hard on the brakes. Physically, I'm destroyed just trying to hold on to Seb. The Ferraris were so quick this weekend, so I'm really grateful that I was able to kind of be there within the race. But nonetheless, yeah, it's a good point still for the team.
And finally, do you think you could have overtaken him if you had to in those final few laps?
Not towards the end, I don't think. I mean, I was struggling I think we were all struggling with brake temperatures towards the end. My tires were good at that point where you made the mistake, so I was as close as I was ever going to be. And then obviously got that blocking, and then the gap opened up again. So it was just hard all the way through. It was very, very hard to follow here, but this is such a great track, you know, and if it wasn't for these fans, it probably wouldn't be as great as it is. So big thank you to everyone that's come today.
Okay, well done.